Got it. I like it just says got it.
Welcome.
Welcome to our team call. It is August 31st, our team combine and conquer call. So the first thing we just want to talk about is our plans for September. So I think the first time, Melissa and I just kind of have slightly different plans. Like we're the dogs, we're still focused on 645, but we also want to be, since this is such a long program, we want to be able to invite to other opportunities because some people aren't ready for a 13-week program. So Melissa is going to be doing a challenge group for our 30-day breakaway running program. Her prep week starts the 6th, correct? Yep. And then you're starting the week after.
The 13th. Yep.
The 13th. So Lauren and I discussed today, we are going to be running a free group on the 6th, just a 5-day healthy eating one. We have to look up, but I'm hoping something easy, like sheet pan dinners, like something easy, like people are going back to school, like new routines. We want to be able to invite to something where people can just join in, have easy recipes to follow. And then at the end of the week, we're going to invite them to what we're calling a back to basics challenge group. It's going to be, I'm not sure if it's going to be a month or 21 days, but we want to highlight some of our shorter programs. 21 Day Fix, MBF, Let's Get Up. So those are probably going to be our 3 focused programs. And then we're really going to touch on nutrition. And that's what I think, hopefully we can incorporate in this like sheet pan dinner thing, just touch on that. But like 2B Mindset, Ultimate Portion Fix, really focus on that because people I have fallen way off on nutrition. I am not gonna lie. Like I'm drinking a pumpkin beer right now. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna hide it. And it's delicious, but I've been drinking way too much beer. Not enough veggies. So I need it too. I need to get back to the basics too. So I'm still going to be doing 645, but I'm still going to support everyone in their 3-week program. And I think that's what people need. Some like smaller goals, nutrition focused, 30-minute workouts, fun. So those are our plans. So whether you want, if running is your thing, like join in on Melissa's group. We are reusing our run together group. So it's already established. Or if you're interested in inviting to our free 5-day healthy meal group, we're going to start that on the 6th. And I will put more info once Lauren and I kind of figure out what we're going to do. I'm hoping I can just find I think Megan has a free 5-day group in our team shareables. I've seen the 5-day sheet pan dinner. I know we've had success with these free groups and it's gotten a lot of people interested, and it's making new conversations, inviting new people. So I'll put more info about that in our team page tomorrow.
Sounds awesome.
Okay. So
options.
So done with the business.
All right, let's do it.
Take it away.
Okay. So I really as Laura said in the beginning, we haven't fallen off of our businesses obviously in the summer, but it just looks a lot different. So I know that for me, I really wanted to hone in on my goals for the rest of the year. And I thought it would be really helpful to do this call just about goal setting and how to bring your vision into a goal and get to that point. Because I know it's, sometimes it can be overwhelming when you think about what you want to do and how are you going to get there. So hopefully this is helpful to you guys, and let's just dive in. So basically, your vision is aligned with what you want to see in your life, your relationships, your career, anything that you can imagine. That's your vision. What do you want to see in your life? And your vision is going to inspire you. It's going to motivate you. It's going to keep you excited to get to that point, right? And as I said, you can set this for anything in your life, what you want to do, what you want to have, who you want to be, and how you get to that vision is goal setting. So goal setting is I'm being like eaten alive and I'm out on this porch. So excuse me if I'm just scratching my skin, but I have these little candles set up. So hopefully they'll protect me from these mosquitoes. Maybe I'll just hold it right here. Like a candle light ceremony. Okay, so goal setting is going to help you get there. So what you have to do, and what I really, really recommend, is figuring out what is your goal? What is your goal for this week? What is your goal for this month? What is your goal for this year? What is your goal for 5 years? And you may have a lot of goals. I know I have a lot of goals for myself, but what's really important to do is you have to figure out what's most important to you. And I know for me, and I'm just going to use myself in a lot of examples of this because I work on this a lot, is you have to have that crystal clear vision of where you want to go and the steps you need to take to get there. So it's really reverse engineering what that goal is and how you want to get there. But what's really important also is to prioritize your day in order to get to those goals. So I have 6 steps. So if you want to take notes, this is the note taking portion of the presentation. So exactly, number 1 is fixate your mind on exactly what you want. Very, very clear. The more clear you are, the more likely you are to get there. If you were to get into your car and I was going to go to Laura's house, I wouldn't go there without a map, or I wouldn't go there without my GPS. If I was to just get in my car, I would not know how to get to Laura's house. So having that crystal clear vision is going to help you get to that place. So like, and this is a great example. So if you're, with somebody at a archery place or a shooting range, and they have a target to shoot at, and you spin them around to put a blindfold on them, they're not going to hit their goal because they have no idea where they're shooting. So you have to have that crystal clear path. So let's say your goal is to lose weight. If your goal is just to lose weight, if you lose 1 pound, you've achieved that goal. So then you might say to yourself, well, wait, I have lost a pound, but I really haven't reached my goal. So you have to set your goal. How much weight do you want to lose? Is it 15 pounds? Is it 20 pounds? Is it 30 pounds? Get really clear about that. Same thing. If you say, I want to make more money, if you earn $2 more, then you've achieved your goal. But that's probably not gonna cut the, gonna make you feel good about that goal. You need to get really crystal clear. How much money do you need to earn? How much debt do you need to pay off? What exactly are those numbers, and what does that look like in your life? So get really, really clear on those goals. Number 2 is decide what you're willing to give up in order to get there. There's going to be sacrifices. Any goal that you have, you're going to have to sacrifice something. So if it is, I'm just going to go back to those examples, losing weight. What are you going to do? We're all here. We're all doing Beachbody. So what program are you going to follow? What nutrition program are you going to follow? What are you going to remove from your house? Like me, it would be salted caramel Oreos. I can't have those in my house. They are so good. Don't buy them. And they market them. They say that they're special edition, but they haven't gone away yet. So what do you have to remove from your house? What do you have to add? Do you have to buy more water? That's ridiculous. It's in the faucet, but I buy water. So what do you have to do? What do you have to do to get there? What do you have to sacrifice? Do you have to wake up earlier in the morning to do your workout? Do you have to do it at the end of the day when you get home from work? What do you have to do to reach your goals? Get really, really clear on that, okay? Number 3, establish a definite date. Now, for anybody that's pushing in their coaching business for like a rank or something like that, this is extremely important. If you say, I want to be a 15-star, or let me go down, like 2-star diamond, okay? When are you going to do that by? Because unless you have a date, you're not going to get to that place, at least in the timeline that it's like imaginary, like it's just fake. You have to set that date. If you're going to lose weight, if you're going to pay off debt, if you're going to make more money, if you're going to go for a certain rank, it has to be time. You have to set a time. So what is that date going to be? And I think that what scares people sometimes with that is like, okay, well, if there's a date, what if I don't reach my goal by that date? And what I want to tell you is you have to let that piece go. even if you don't reach your goal by that date, you are still going to have made progress and grown and challenged yourself. And that's another piece of this whole thing that I'll talk about later, but take that fear away. It doesn't matter if you don't reach your goal by that date. That's when you course correct. That's when you figure out what's working, what's not working, and you set a new date. But you can't be afraid of the process. The process may be overwhelming, but it doesn't have to be. So we just have to know that no matter what our goals are, I mean, I can't tell you how many times I've had to change my date on things. And it doesn't mean that I'm failing. It means that I'm still growing, still going, and I'm going to get there eventually. Number 4 is creating a plan to get there. So the same thing. If it's losing weight, what is the program? What is the nutrition program? What do we have to do? Do we have to add more water in our diets? Do we have to eat more veggies? What is your plan exactly? If you're paying off debt, are you writing down every single debt that you have? And like I use the Dave Ramsey snowball. So that was, that had, and Cheryl knows this, I had to get really crystal clear on what I owed to the world and write it all down and start like going little bit by little bit. So his snowball is you pay off your smallest balance first, and it all rolls down to your biggest balance. It's scary AF to do these things, but if you don't get real, I mean, Cheryl and I are financial accountability buddies. We figured like 3 years now. So like if I am struggling financially, I reach out to her, vice versa. And it's helped me so much to like get real about certain things, and accountability always works. But where I was going with that, for so long, I wrote down in my daily thing about my goal was to pay off debt, but I was not doing anything to reach that goal. I wasn't doing anything. I did a lot of like work on my financial mindset, but I wasn't paying off my debt. I was just saying I wanted to pay off debt. If you don't work towards those steps, you're not going to reach your goal. So it took me really getting real with myself to say, okay, I need to write down all of these things and then plug away at them. That meant sacrificing spending elsewhere. It meant sacrificing, dinners out. It meant sacrificing, I mean, COVID really helped because I couldn't vacation anywhere. So a lot of that went to debt, but you get what I mean. So once you have that plan, then you have your plan. So number 5 is writing a clear and concise statement. So this is the statement that's taking 1, 2, 3, and 4. So it's saying, okay, my goal is losing weight. I am going to sacrifice an hour of sleep in the morning to get my workout done. I'm losing this weight by, January 1st, and I am doing Ultimate Portion Fix and increasing my water and posting in my challenge group every single day to get to that goal. So whatever your goal is, have that statement. That statement, and then we're going to go to number 6, needs to be everywhere. You need to write it down every day. You need to put it on your mirror and read it every single morning. You need to go to bed and look at that statement every single day. And what I would add to that is also visualizing it. How is that going to feel when you reach your goal? What is that going to look like? What is it going to look like when you fit into that pair of jeans that you've held on in your closet forever, which I would tell you to get rid of, but let's say you really are obsessed with those and you want to get back in them. What is that going to feel like? What is it going to feel like when you can run around with your kids in the yard and you haven't been able to do that? What is it going to feel like when you have paid off all that debt and you don't have those bills piling up and you're struggling and wondering how you're going to pay all your bills? What is that going to feel like? You have to really picture that in your head and picture it. So I follow Rachel Hollis's Start Today journal. And what I do is, and what she suggests to do, is writing down your goals as if you've already achieved them. So when I write my goals down every single day, I'm imagining like, okay, one of mine is beach and a lake house. I picture what that will feel like to put my feet up at my lake house and ride in my canoe around my lake, or not canoe, kayak around my lake. Like I picture what that's going to feel like to have those, moments in my beach house where all my family can come and gather and be excited to be there and be on vacation together. Like, you have to imagine these things, and get really clear about them, because that is going to drive you to want to reach your goal. And that's why your goal has to be meaningful. Like, when going back to the vision piece, like, what do you want for your life? Because anything that you want in your life is achievable as long as you have that vision and you work towards it every single day. It may take you 20 years. Maybe I'll get to my beach house in 10 years. I don't know, but I'm going to get there, because I write it down every single day and I imagine it and I work towards getting there. So one thing that I want to say about my goals. So I have 10 goals that I write every single day in my Start Today journal, but they are all centered around two things. And that's why it's really important to get that crystal clear vision. You can't be working successfully at multiple things. It really has to be small thing, or not small things, but really has to be, like, I would say 1 to 2 goals that you're working towards. Mine are family. So it's being an exceptional wife, being a patient and loving mom, and hustling my ass off in my business so that I can achieve all of my financial goals. So, like, I wish I brought my journal out here, but every single day is 15-star diamond. I imagine that I am a 15-star diamond, and I added Doug onto there. So I didn't get rid of Doug, but he's added into that. So I'm a 15-star diamond, and I'm working with Doug as my mentor. I am an elite team. I have an elite team. So I picture that these are the things that are happening, and imagine my life as they are happening now. But all of my goals, all 10 of those, are centered around those things: family and business. So what does that mean? It means that every single thing that I say yes or no to has to fit into my goals. So I use this example a lot. Before I got really crystal clear on my goals, I was running a lot more with my friends in Connecticut. And often times I would go, travel. A lot of them lived in Middletown, Connecticut, which means probably nothing to a lot of people, but it was like 45 minutes away. So I would drive 45 minutes, run with my friends, go out to lunch, and that's a whole day. That's like a whole day, like a whole school day, at least, for my kids to be at school. I had to start saying no to those things. And that goes back to number 2. You have to make sacrifices if you have certain goals. So I knew I have to build this business. I have to sacrifice my time with my friends. So it doesn't mean I never see my friends. It just means I see them less, because I have these goals, and these goals mean so much to me because I have this vision for my family, because I have this vision for my future. I have to say no to certain things. So all the time in your life, I think that goal setting really helps you get, like, it makes you really aware of your time, because where is my time going? And if it's wasted time, if it's something I really enjoy, of course I'm going to do it. But if it's taking away from those goals that I have, this is why I work my business every single day. I don't do things if I don't have that time to work my business every single day. So that's another thing is, are you spending time doing actions that are going to lead you to your goals? And that takes that look inside for you to be real with yourself. Do a time audit. Where is my time going? How can it be spent in a way that's going to reach me to these goals that I have? And eliminating things that aren't serving you or bringing you closer to your goals. Yesterday we came back from a wedding in the morning, and I just was hungover and feeling like shit and really tired. I didn't work my business in the morning, but I was not going to go to bed until that is done, because I know that that momentum is going to bring my business forward and lead me to my financial and professional goals. So it's really just doing that, and practicing saying no is a huge one. That's a really big thing that I worked on a few years ago, is learning how to say no to the things that I don't want to do. I eliminated PTO from my life. I eliminated Girl Scout troop leading. I eliminated the things. And I was just talking to 2 friends about it yesterday, because they remembered when I was really active in PTO. And I said, listen, I'm not involved in it because it wasn't enhancing my relationship with my kids. It wasn't adding time with them. It was taking away time. It was making me frustrated. It was making me annoyed with people outside, and it was eliminating and making me an even less patient mom, because I had to worry about who was signing up for the freaking school carnival or whatever. Like, that's not making me a more patient mom. That's taking away from my kids. So not to say that you can't do these things, but just for me in my life, that wasn't the right choice for me. So I bowed out and I said no. I eliminated the things that weren't leading me to that point. And that was a tough lesson because I really felt like a lot of my life, you had to do those things to be a good mom. But I'd rather sit with my kids and play a board game than go freaking chase them around a school carnival where I'm running booths and stuff. So anyways, this quote I really liked. Where did it go? If you limit your choices only to what seems possible or reasonable, you disconnect yourself from what you truly want, and all is left is a compromise. So it's really just, getting aware and getting what you want to do. So I wanted to talk to you about these 5 visioning exercises, and these can be really helpful for your goals too. So one is internalization, and that's practicing seeing your goal repeatedly in your mind, sort of like what I was talking about before. Like the example is like a golfer may visualize the perfect stroke over and over again to train that muscle to see that. And then I love this one. This one makes me happy. Externalization. So you imagine the situation that you've achieved. So Jim Carrey wrote himself a check for $10 million in 1987, and he dated it in the future. He dated it Thanksgiving 1995, and he added in the notes for acting services rendered. And he visualized it for years, and he kept that check with him. And in 1994, he received 10 million for his role in Dumb and Dumber. So like, it's like, that shit is amazing, like how cool is that? But you have to keep that in your mind, and you have to believe it. Like that's the key too, is you have to believe that you are capable of doing these things. You have to believe in yourself and your ability to make these things come true. I mean, I'm sure so many people were like, you're not going to be able to do that. Who gets $10 million for an acting role? But he worked his ass off, and he got to that place where he was able to cash that check to himself. Anticipation is playing out a whole scenario in your mind, and you just imagine how people are behaving to you. So Michael Jordan did that, and he shot more baskets in his mind than he ever did on the court, but he shot a lot of freaking baskets on the court. So he just imagined those baskets going in, the baskets going in over and over and over again. Emotionalization is anticipating positive emotions when you achieve a goal. So sports psychologists say that visualization boosts athletes' confidence by forcing themselves to picture themselves winning. It also helps them concentrate on their physical moves and how they feel when they win. So, I know a lot of us maybe follow sports or have kids that do sports or whatever. And how important is that mindset piece of going into a situation believing you're going to win, or just believing in a good outcome, right? Like believing that no matter what, and this comes back to like failure and all those things, but imagining that no matter what's going to happen, you're going to gain something out of it. And then verbalization is picturing your goals and rehearsing the scenario. So saying out loud what the scenario is that you see. Like for me, this could be like, oh, well, no, I don't like that for that. That's not a good example, but looking at your goals, saying it out loud, what you want to see, writing it down, and looking again in 6 months, and remembering. And this is huge. I write this down every day as part of my affirmations, is remembering to acknowledge, recognize, and celebrate all the baby steps that you're taking toward your goals. And this is part of like, that course correcting your date. If you're not, let's say you have that goal of losing weight on January 1st, and maybe your goal was losing 20 pounds and you only lost 10. 10 is huge. You obviously know what works for yourself. So you just have to continue on and set that date of 20 pounds at a later date. So it's recognizing the progress that you are making. And one thing that I love in the coaching world is like, especially when you're going for a certain rank, if you are continuously working your business, putting yourself in these situations that are going to help you grow, you are going to grow by leaps and bounds. You may not be at that rank that you want. You may not be at that income level that you want, but you are still taking those actions to get yourself to a place where you can achieve those goals. It just may take longer. And that's the key, is you just can't give up. You have to have that fiery vision for your life that's going to get you to the next step. So hopefully that helps you guys. If anybody has any questions or anyone wants to share their goals. Does anyone want to share their goals? No.
I will. I mean, I would like
Go.
to be 2-star by the end of the year. You know, I started the year with 5-star on my mind, but I mean, I don't think anyone could imagine that we would be going through another year of this crap. So I think, well, I hate to like dumb night goals.
No,
now.
you should keep it at 5.
I know. All right. 5 stars.
5.
It's like 3 months. Oh my.
4 months. September, October, November, December.
That's true.
4 months.
A diamond a month.
A diamond a month.
And I don't know, just with these past like 2 weeks, there's been like no day camp. So we've kind of had to like shuffle Colton to my parents, like he's had to come work with me. So like one of my big visions is that, you know, I can work from home. Like I don't have to like stress about work and where he's going to go and or picking him up at a certain time or you know, stuff like that. So I think that's definitely part of my vision. A lake house would be nice, just like you said.
Let's kayak.
Yes. Can we have lake houses next door to each other? Because we could just let's like add that to our vision. We all have
Yes.
lake houses next to each other. I don't know. I think those are my smaller goals. Yeah, advancing my business, no matter what it be, but just advancing it forward. And having just like the freedom of time and finances, you know. So
Yeah, I love that.
those are mine.
And you know, I think it's so important to I think it's easy to say that, you know, you're not where you want to be yet. But if you look back, and this comes with gratitude too. Like if we just look back at where we were and remember how far we've come, there's so much power in that. And I feel like that often gets missed too, you know. I catch myself doing it all the time. Like I had that big bed on my vision board for forever. I still love it, but I'm like, oh, I don't have the office that I wanted. And I'm like, damn it, Melissa. Like I wanted that big bed for so long. I wanted a bedroom for all my kids. I have that now. And it's important to remember those things, you know?
You have a door on your bedroom.
It doesn't lock yet, but we're getting there.
Hey, baby steps, right?
Yeah, baby step.
Your son cannot peek at you from the ceiling.
No.
Like that's huge. You have a pool. Hello, you have a pool.
I know. It's remembering those things. I just heard a Trent Shelton podcast last week that he said the same thing. He moved into a house with a pool and he saw himself like as the weeks went on, like being annoyed by the pool care, like the upkeep of it. And he was like, and he had to remember like how much he wanted this and like, you know, how often do we do that in life? There's always going to be something to complain about. We just have to remember what we have and what we've done to get there.
Very true.
Anybody else?
So I do the same thing, like in my journaling, because I didn't ever know what the hell to journal about. So I just write my goals like I'm already there. So I like literally have written the same, and I think Josh Coates like expanded on it about how you write your goals and then also why you want to reach that goal. So it's like it attaches that like emotion and your why to it. So that's what I do every single day. I just write, I am a 5-star diamond coach. I am elite. I am walking across the stage at Summit. I am leading into I am financially free. I have doubled my social worker salary. I am debt free. I pay all my bills on time and in cash. Like just
Yeah,
every single thing. And I just do it
that's
over and over,
awesome.
cite it over and over and over again.
I love that.
Someday I hope
and
and somebody like picks up my journal and they're like, oh, like hopefully I met some of those and it was actually true that like, man, she wrote a fake story about herself.
no, it's powerful. It's powerful to write that and envision it and
Yeah.
see it, you know? I love that. I have to be better about writing them. Like I need them on my bathroom mirror or something. I know I write them every day, but and honestly, I know I've talked about this in my stories, but these affirmations that I'm doing are helping. This is sort of mindset related and not goals necessarily, but this is helping me so much in my life. It's these 10 affirmations. It's in the book Soundtracks by John Acuff. And if you just Google John Acuff soundtracks printable, you'll get the affirmations, but you do it in the morning and you do it at night. And there's a 30-day tracker. And so you say them in the morning and then there's an action step. So I take my action step as my power hour. So whenever I've done my invites for the day, I check off action. And then you also do them at night. And it's like, it's so awesome because I do them right when I wake up. And so you say all these things, like my favorite is like, I have a gift worth giving. I love that one. And then everything always works out for me. Like that's 2 of them. There's 10 of them. And then in the morning, it's like, it says, I'm not leaving this room. I'm launching from it, ready for a day of untold opportunities. I'm ready to step up, step out, and step into the world. And it always like at that part, I'm like, yeah. And I like punch the bathroom mirror and like go on with my day. So that Laura, you have to laugh at me. But seriously, like this shit, it helps. It helps you so much to like get pumped for going to crush your goals. Like, I love it. Anybody else want to share their goals or have any questions, comments, concerns? No concerns, no complaints. We have a birthday girl in the house. Where's my reactions? There we go. Party time.
Whose birthday?
Triumphant Timeka. Are you going to talk to us? Birthday. Oh, there she is. Happy birthday. She joined us at her birthday.
Good night, everyone. No, I wasn't going to talk because that's not something I do, but you know.
If it wasn't your birthday, I would have left you alone.
You know, if it wasn't you, I wouldn't have came on here.
Oh, I love you.
I must say
Right.
that listening to how you strategize and put your goals down and listening to Megan talking about how she puts it in existence as it happened, I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
I think I have 1,000,001 goals, so I think I need to work on a couple at a time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that I think that can be what sort of stops people sometimes is too many and not knowing how to reach them. And that's why you just have to get so crystal clear on those things and then just eliminating all the rest.
Yeah, I told myself, I think back in January, I was going to lose 75 pounds for my birthday, and that didn't happen. I didn't come close to it, and you know, that doesn't mean it's not going to happen, but it just didn't happen. So it's okay.
Even if you lost 1 pound or 2 pounds, like you're closer to your goal. So
I mean, I've gained 1 or 2 pounds, so
girl, same.
It's not the way I want
You're
it.
not alone.
No,
But
We've all gone through a lot these past 2 years. So we survived. I think that's something to celebrate. We're
absolutely.
here. We're still working at it. We haven't given up. That's something to celebrate too.
that is a true statement. I'll
And
agree.
you have the tools. You have the tools.
Yeah, you're right. I guess it's a little bit more of strategically planning. And I mean, I write down things I need to do every day, every week, every month. And then sometimes I don't go back and look at the book because I'm like, I know what I didn't accomplish for that day or for that week. And like right now, I feel like I have a lot on my plate. So I'm not gonna lie, I have not really been thinking about my weight. I've been doing a certification program, and I normally finish class at like 7:30. And you know, when people have birthdays, they celebrate and they're like all excited. And someone asked me, well, what are you doing? I said, I don't know if you don't know, but I don't celebrate. I don't buy a cake for myself. I don't do any of those things. I've maybe done it once in a blue. And today overall was a very emotional day. I found out that someone in my family had lost a family member, and I'm just kind of prepping because unfortunately I do have major health concerns. So in less than 2 weeks, I'm going to be hospitalized for a little bit. So I just haven't, I think about my weight. And every morning I wake up early. I go to bed really late. I don't go to bed until 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, but I'm up by 5:15 every morning.
Oh my God.
Wow.
And sometimes I wake up and I set up the fire stick and I look at that workout and something comes and I step away and I never come back, and time passes and I'm like, okay, forget it. So, you know, it kind of sucks to know that I've had it for, what are we in? Basically September. I've had it for several months and I haven't completed 1 week's worth of workout yet, but I'll get there.
So one of the really cool things I think about the live workouts that we have now is that it's so much less pressure than a program. Like it's so much less pressure than, it's not, you know, I have to finish 30 days or a week even. It's, I just have to do this workout.
Mm-hmm.
And I think mentally that is really going to help a lot of people because it just brings that goal even down further, right? Like sometimes the baby steps is what we need to focus on. It's always what we need to focus on. So that might be a really good option. And it's really, really fun.
Girl, you might like just flipping that mindset instead of like looking at it from a perspective of lack. Like, I have not finished a full week of workouts yet. Why not start from like count up and every week say, okay, I did 1 workout this week. I did 4 workouts this week. Like, and be proud of the ones you were able to do. I have a lot of health problems too, and I've gained a ton of weight. And I can't lose it, but I know that I feel so much better than I ever did. So it starts to like that number on the scale starts to matter less and less. And it's more, and that's like sharing that about your journey with other people. There's so many other people out there who need to hear your story, and they need to, they're feeling and they're anxious and they have really hard things going on. I just got a really bad phone call right when I logged onto this call. So that's why I was muted for a minute, but so many other people are feeling the way that you feel. So don't do it alone. Like we're all here to connect and support each other through the hard times too.
Log into Zoom. We're always there. We'll be there to cheer you on. Let's go.
Yeah, you're up early. Even if you just come on and sit with us, just knowing you're not alone. Like,
Yeah. We're always there.
even sit and do a meditation for 5-10 minutes.
I get on, I do my workout, I log back off, and then I get back on to cheer everybody else on. Just to be there,
Yeah.
like, wow, look
You're
at
not
them
alone
crushing it.
here. Lean into just our community and just start there.
That's what we're there for.
Sitting
We're
in the
cheering for you.
but one step at a time. I mean, it's well said. If Melissa didn't say my name, even though she didn't say it 100% correct, but if she didn't call Tamika's name, I would not. I would have stayed quiet. I would have listened to everyone else's concerns, and I will take what I need to take from it and see how I can apply it for myself. But I'm that person who will support something or someone, but from the background. I'm not, when it comes to social media, I don't really get into it. With this beach body, it's like all social media. And for me, that is a lot, granted. So, but it's okay. Every once in a blue, I try to pop in to,
I love when you comment in our groups.
I know.
I try, especially if it's someone's birthday. I'll definitely,
Yeah.
30 days late, I will, because
Yeah,
to special occasions. Everyone likes to feel special in the world of social media for whatever reason.
Yeah.
So, I can respect that and understand it. So if I see someone celebrating something, an anniversary, a birthday, whatever, even if I'm late, because sometimes I have friends on Facebook and their birthday or their anniversary, I'm like 6 months behind, but that's okay.
That's all right.
It's their half birthday. They're excited.
Yes.
That's it.
Is
Seriously.
Lauren stuck?
I think so. Even
Oh,
if
there
you
she is.
you jump on and you keep your screen off and you sit and you write those goals and then you log off, that's something. Like
That's true.
we're here to keep you accountable. You don't have to show your face. So I like seeing
No.
it. You're gorgeous. You're all that smile is amazing. Come on, write those goals every day and log off. If that's all you need and that's where you need to start, join us for that.
And you need to come into the Come Together, Run Together group, because we are going to be doing in-person stuff in that group.
What is it called? Come together, run together?
It's the 30-day breakaway program. So
Okay.
I know that's not the one that you joined with, but you still have access to it. And in that group,
Okay.
I'm going to send it to you right now. We're starting another round of 30-day breakaway. So, okay, I'm going to send it to you right now.
Yeah, sometimes when I look at messages, because I don't stay tuned in like every week, I'm like, oh gosh, I don't even know what they're talking about. I just look at it and I just keep going.
I know we have a lot of groups. It's hard.
I'm like, I don't, it's like when I realized that one group had closed and then there was a new one, I was like, what is going on? I'm like, okay, I won't ask any questions. I'll just move over.
Yeah.
That's it.
All right. Do we have any more
All right.
goals?
Any
Or
more?
I know we ran a little longer than we planned, but this felt good. This felt good. New people coming on. That's fun too.
I know. Do we need to do a boomerang?
Of course. It's our tradition.
Okay.
All right.
Ready, guys?
Are you doing it? All right. So we always do a boomerang. So just like when Melissa does it, just do like weird stuff.
Something. Like
Everyone show your
shake or
face.
wave.
Allison,
Amy Lou.
come on for 2
Isn't-
seconds. Show
I'm
yourself.
You're in spirit. I'm just laying on my couch with my eyes closed. So
I don't care. Put
do
your
it without
screen
me.
on.
Course.
Put your
I'm
screen
here.
on.
Allison.
Lay there and just wave your arm in the air. Come on, let's see it. We'll go like this.
Oh
Allison,
man.
let's see it.
All right, ready?
Million.
Here
One.
she is. There she is.
There she is. All right, ready?
I'm
1,
gonna start moving now.
2, 3. Oh, that's a good one.
Woo! And she's gone. All right. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us.
Yes, thank you guys.
Awesome.
Have a wonderful night.
I was like
Wow.
struggling hardcore this week, and this just like made my heart so happy. So thank you all for jumping on.
No, this made me really happy too.
No.
Have a
Bye.
good night. Ladies.
Good night, everyone.
We'll see you in the morning.
Bye.
early.
Bye.
Join us.